Okay, it's possible I got it wrong too.
So I'm calling for information on the case for my father, Michael Taylor.
Yes, I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
Thank you.
So I was contacted by Dion Beeman, his wife, and asked to get started on processing his estate. So we are in the process of putting together the documents necessary to open an estate. I don't think they've been filed yet. I think they just went out for signature. But assuming they're approved, they are documents to appoint Dion as administrator of the estate, which is similar to being an executor of the estate if there's a will. In this situation, I understand that there is not a will. And so basically things get divided up according to the laws of intestate succession.
Correct.
And the law, as you probably know, provides that 50% goes to the surviving spouse and 50% goes to the children. And Dion is aware of that and plans to protect that. I don't have a good handle on exactly what's out there yet. I know I heard that there was a life insurance policy which probably or may need to get changed, depending. But
there is a life insurance policy that has his ex-wife listed as the beneficiary.
Yeah, I'll mention to you there is a law out there that was recently passed in Illinois that provides that if you name someone who's an ex-wife or who's a wife and then you subsequently divorce, that generally removes them from being the beneficiary any longer. That hasn't always been the law in the state of Illinois, but it is right now. So that's one of the things we're going to be looking at.
What if there was a contingent beneficiary?
Well, that's a different story. If there's a contingent, then it would typically go to the contingent.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm listed as a contingent beneficiary on that account.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take a look at it, and one of the things I will tell you is, when I get hired to handle an estate like this, my job is to represent the executor of the estate or the administrator. So in this case, I'd be representing Dion. But by the same token, I always tell my administrators and executors to be transparent with the family and relatives, and that as long as I have her okay, which I do right now, I will always answer your questions and let you know if there's anything I think you're entitled to. So certainly in this case you are entitled to things, but I guess what I would say is I want to assure you that I'm going to tell you if I see something there that you need to follow up on.
Okay. My next question is, have there been any court dates pertaining to my father's estate?
No. The first thing that has to happen is we have to file the documents, and I've got to have Dion sign first. And we also will send out something called waivers that advise you that the thing has been filed and ask whether you want to sign a waiver or you want to appear in court on the day that it gets opened. If you sign the waivers, it'll get open at that point. Without you appearing, if you don't sign the waiver, then show up that day. Typically the only reason to show up would be to say, I think I should be the administrator instead. And the law does give her preference in this situation. But with that being said, you can consult a lawyer. You can decide to show up. Whatever you decide is right.
Okay, so me and my sister would both be notified prior to any court date.
Yeah, I will be sending you this waiver notice, and you can call me when you get that. You will have it before the court date. If it turns out that you guys don't sign the waivers, then you need to show up at the court date and say what it is. But no, you'll know about it beforehand.
Okay, so I guess my last question then is Michael Taylor. I guess it's not my father's case on the probate docket for June 18th at 11 a.m. So we're stating that that is not for my father, Michael L. Taylor.
You know, let me do this, because I don't think we have filed yet, but hold on. I'm looking on the computer version, or thing here.
But in that case, the law office is Fox and Associates.
Law office of who?
Law office of Fox and something.
Oh, yeah, no.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember seeing that there was a guardianship case pending. And so that case has a separate case number and a separate proceedings. Did that have to do with your dad?
I don't know. The dates of it are just so coincidental to his, situation in his passing. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you that case doesn't have to do with what we're doing. The guardianship is opened during somebody's life if they're not able to manage their affairs. And if one were started, once he passes away, the guardianship would have to be closed. And whoever is open to the guardianship estate would have to account for anything that happened while they were guardian. So nothing involving me, is taking place on that date. I will not be present on that date. I am only concerned with the estate, which involves his affairs after his death. So unless you opened the guardianship estate, then you don't have to worry about it.
No, I don't. I was really taken aback by that. I didn't know who did that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Perhaps it's just someone with the same name. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. But
we're clear. You are hired by Dion for the estates, and you are technically representing Dion. So if I had questions, concerns, or wanted to seek additional information outside of her counsel, then I should just go and consult my own attorney.
Yeah, you absolutely can. And if you decide to hire somebody, that's fine. If you talk to them and decide not to, that's fine. Either way, I'm going to do the exact same thing, which is to counsel her to follow the law.
Yes, definitely.
So if you call me with questions, I will answer them, okay?
Okay. Now,
all right.
The house would be part of the estate.
That is correct. From what I have seen, the house was in his name, and therefore is a part of the estate.
Okay, so the house is in the estate, the cars are in the estate, IRAs are out of the estate, 401k goes to the spouse that's out of the estate. This life insurance policy, that would be out of the estate also, or is that you're trying to pull it into the estate?
The only exception with respect to any of those three is if there is a beneficiary named for an IRA, a 401k, or life insurance, it goes directly to the beneficiary outside of the estate. If a beneficiary is not named, then it becomes part of the estate.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Okay. I don't recall off the top of my head whether there were or were not, or I may not have known. But that's the general rule.
Okay. So it all falls into the state. All right. That's good. All right. Well, I definitely appreciate your time and following up with me. And
no problem at all.
If I have any other questions, so I'll only ask what address you have listed for myself. This is the information.
Let me just look and see if I have it. 1 second. Okay, waiver of notice, Michael. I have 39850 Walton Lane in Beach Park, 60083.
That'd be fine. You put like A-C. I put
make it senior.
Get updated.
Yeah.
Updated.
Happy to do it.
Okay.